Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to change the oil in this 2018 Honda Accord Sport 1.5 liter. The process should be similar throughout the different trim levels of the Honda Accord, but make sure to check your owner's manual for specifics on the oil capacity and the filter. And be sure to be safe when you're working underneath a car. With that, let's get started. Here's an overview of the tools and the items that you'll need to get this job done. So this is a used oil catch pan. We got some rags, some gloves, funnels. We got a couple different style oil filter wrenches, a flathead screwdriver, a ratchet with a few different sizes and some extensions, a pair of ramps if you like to jack the car up instead. That's totally up to you. Got some chucks for behind the back wheels once the car is lifted, just so it doesn't roll back. And then we got the oil filter and the oil, something to pour the used oil into, a creeper, and then I always tend to put some cardboard underneath just in case any spills would happen. So first thing we got to do is take off this metal cover, and all you'll need is the flathead screwdriver, and these just do like a quarter turn. They apparently fall out. So that's going to reveal the oil filter right there. So behind the oil filter is going to be the oil pan, and on the back side of that is going to be the drain plug. You can see right there. So we're going to take the drain plug off first. I like to do the drain plug and then the oil filter. Just seems like a little bit less of a mess. So we're going to use a 17mm ratchet on this and loosen that bolt up. And once it's loosened, you can do the rest by hand. Make sure that your catch pan is underneath it. This is where it's nice to have gloves. Just like that. Then since we have our cardboard down, I just usually drop that bolt there. And we wait for it to drain. And while the oil is draining, I like to double check that the windshield washer fluid is full. So while the drain plug is still dripping from the back, we'll move the drain pan underneath the filter here. We're going to loosen that up as well, so then both of them can continue to drip for a little bit. And the filter shouldn't take too much to get off. If it does, it was on too tight from the last time. So we're going to loosen that up just a little bit, and it's going to start flowing. Once the oil starts to slow down, then we can remove the filter all the way. So now that's slowed down to just a drip, and we can remove the filter completely. And you're going to want to wipe up this area where that oil spills over. So otherwise that's just going to collect more dirt and crap. So with that cleaned up, you can take your finger, dip it in the old oil, and just put a ring around the rubber on the new filter. That's just going to create a decent seal once you put this new one on. Then we'll screw this up here. And you don't want it on too tight. You want to, the rule I've heard is you snug it up, and then do another little turn like that. It's not going to come off, and you don't want to crank this on overly tight. So with a new filter attached, then we can go ahead and reinstall the drain plug back here. It's going to slow down to a drip like this. I waited about a half an hour, and this is what it slowed down to. I think that's what I'm happy with, and I won't get any more oil out of there. But I like to also put a new crush ring on every time I put the oil drain plug back on. So that just screws in there, and then once you got it almost all the way tight, I like to just take some paper towel and clean that up. Then we can tighten it. This one is snug and just a little bit more. Don't want to crank that one on too much either. And I think there's a certain torque that you can torque it down to. I don't know what that is off the top of my head, but it may be in the manual. So if you want to torque it down to its specifications, you can do so. And once the filter's on and the drain plug is back in, you can reinstall this little cover plate. So now it's time to put the oil back into the vehicle. I'm looking at the owner's manual, and for my vehicle, which is the 1.5 liter, with the filter change included, it says 3.7 US quarts, or 3.5 liters. So that's what we're gonna do. So back here is going to be the oil cap, and you can see right on it, it's OW20 oil. What I like to use is this from Mobile One. Usually get a pretty good deal on it at Costco. Pick up a whole bunch of it, so let's put some of this in there. And you can take the funnel out, put the cap back on. We're actually gonna drop the car down again so it's on a level surface, and then we can double check that we have the correct amount in with the dipstick here. So let's double check that we have the correct amount of oil in here. So the dipstick, it just pulls straight out. First time, just wipe it all out. You'll see there's these two holes, and you want the oil level to be within the middle of those two holes. So we'll set it down in there. So let's take a look. You can see that it's right about there. You can see where it's it's wet from the oil, and then it's dry right here. I think you can see that on camera. So we're good there. If you don't have enough, you can always add more. If you have too much, then you're gonna have to drain some out of the bottom again. All right, one last thing, guys. If you want to reset the oil life clock on your car, then this is how you do it. So you come down here, press the home button. I'll pull up this screen, then you scroll down until you find maintenance. Press in on this button. You can see that my oil life is at 15%. So and there's another indicator. It says reset. You're going to push in on the center button again. You can reset it. And so you have a few different options here. It has these different items only, cancel, all due items, item A only, item 1 only. So we're going to do, since this is maintenance reset A1, we're going to do A1 or item A only and hit the middle button again. So now that reset has been complete, and you can see that the oil life is back to 100%. So now you can see under the 100% it says B1. So the next time you change your oil and you come to reset this, you're gonna click the reset, and then you'll scroll through all these different items again. You'll notice that instead of it saying item A, it will say item B. So every time it switches between A and B. Just something to keep in mind so it's not confusing the next time. Thanks for watching, guys. If you found this video helpful, make sure to hit the like button. That way you can come back and reference this video in the future, because it will be saved in your liked video section on YouTube. If you guys have any other tips to leave, make sure to leave those in the comments below. Try to help everybody out. If I missed anything, also let me know in the comment section below. If you guys want to know how I changed the engine air filter and the cabin air filter in this same vehicle, I'll have that video playing up in this corner. I'll have links to everything that I used in this video in the description down below. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.